Hey everybody, Josh and David here for the first Whiskey Wednesday of 2023. We're excited to be back. We've got some cool stuff for you today. Let's just jump right in. What we've got in the glass is this guy right here. So this is Wolves Whiskey. They've only made two products that I know of that have come to Colorado. One last year was a rye that was a Willet collaboration. And now this one is, they call it rye whiskey and hop flavored whiskey. So the reason they have to call it hop flavored whiskey is because hops are not one of the 4 grains you can technically make whiskey out of. So that's why it's got to be technically called a flavored whiskey. But basically what they did is just added brewer's hops to the mash bill.
Don't let it throw you off though either. It's what, 51%, something like that?
Yep, so 51.5% ABV, yeah. 103 proof. And we were sitting here before we went on camera because we knew this was going to be a little different, but the nose is just stunning. I mean,
yeah, I got like honeysuckle.
I get like a bright, like almost like peach kind of stone fruity note. A little bit of like of a malty sweetness. It's one of those, obviously because they did something different with the mash, something that is totally unique and you really can just kind of chew on and find new stuff in there.
Well, that's interesting. So this is going to sound strange, but it's almost like a bitter Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Like I get the little bit of milk chocolate, caramel, and nuttiness at the same time, but like a little bit bitter, and definitely got some kick to it on the front palate. A little bit of hug, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, you're dead on. It's really sweet up front. You get some of those chocolate notes, and then what's really interesting is the bitterness of the hops comes through on the mid palate, and it just kind of sits on the middle of your tongue. I really like that. This is totally unique. Something you probably won't see something like this ever again, but it is awesome. So that's a great one. We've got that on the shelf right now. We have an end cap right at the front that's got all these guys plus a couple of other just, it's a little bit harder to find whiskeys on it. Some things like your Heaven Hill 7-year, Larceny Barrel Proof's out right now. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Elijah Craig Toasted. This is on an end cap with all of those.
And we didn't get a ton of this, so it's a yearly release that's different. So once it's gone,
it's gone. Yep, we got just a little bit of that, and once it's gone, it's gone. I'd say, especially for collectors, people looking to try new things, that's an awesome option because it is just totally unique. I've never heard of anybody else doing something like that.
No.
And then up next, it is January, right? A lot of people go healthier in January, try to go low calorie, low carb, things like that. So we were looking for some options that we had. We do carry an entire stock of alcohol-free wines and spirits and things like that, but these are some low calorie, low carb pre-made cocktails. So what we've got first, they're called Mom Water, first of all, and the first one I've got is a passion fruit. So what I think was kind of interesting about these is they're not carbonated. Most RTDs that you have are going to be super carbonated and whatever, but these are not.
Yeah, neutral grain spirit and 4.5%.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's just, it tastes like passion fruit flavored water. I think I heard the story for how the brand kind of came about, and it was this woman who was on the beach with her husband and had some like coconut water and just poured some vodka into it, and that was her cocktail.
Why not?
And so that's kind of the style and the route they went with these. So yeah, the passion fruit, exactly that, just passion fruit alcoholic water.
Before we keep going, Josh, I'd like to hear this interesting story you have about Mom Water.
Oh, yeah, I was telling David on the way over here. So my mom always drank just vodka on the rocks, and she every night with dinner, whatever. So one time we were at a Chinese restaurant or something, and my sister accidentally, she was probably 6 or 7 at the time, she ate something spicy and like was just reaching for a glass of water and accidentally grabbed my mom's vodka, took a huge swig of it, spit it out, it was this whole big thing. And for years and years after, what made me think of this is she would be like, "Mom, is that water or mommy water?" And that's kind of, what I thought about these. But, no alcohol bite at all in these at all. So yeah, sort of similar, but just something funny that came to mind.
Let's see what I got here. This sounds good. I got lemon blueberry. just like you said, I mean, it tastes like lemon blueberry water. I mean, you could literally chug 10 of these and
Yeah,
but really good. The zero carbonation is kind of fun. You know, we just pulled these off the warm shelf, so they're a little warm, but if these were cold, I mean, delicious.
oh yeah, and you know, something you can have by a pool, especially if you're not trying to get bloated from the carbonation or on a bunch of other drinks. I mean, this is literally just housing water. And I mean, so I just opened up the blueberry peach, and you know, again, not a whole lot to say other than it tastes exactly as advertised. And you know, these guys are 90 calories per can, so they're, you know, relatively not going to mess up your January diet. And 4.5% ABV, so still got a kick to them. Not, you know, just like drinking a light beer.
Well, so you line me up with the coconut, usually our least favorite flavor, but I guess this is how it all started, right?
Exactly.
So,
yep.
this is coconut mango, by the way. And I guess the mango kind of balances out the coconut, even if you're not a huge fan. They're delicious. What do I have to say?
Yeah,
You know,
no, all these are great. I was
I knew
pleasantly surprised.
I knew I was excited about them when we were doing mom water instead of whiskey. So yeah.
Well, and then one thing we got coming up that you guys aren't going to want to miss is on January 12th, we have our kind of inventory reduction / Santa's Done sale. So it's a 1 day only, 20% off of all wine, 15% off of all liquor, 375 milliliters and above, $2 off of all 12 packs. Those prices are available online, in store, over the phone, or through our app for delivery or pickup. So basically the entire store on January 12th is going to be basically 15% off or more. So really an exciting day, good day to stock up.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're still drinking. You know?
Right.
And then also, as you know, we're doing our Old Forester birthday bourbon as our drawing for the month. You know, we'll go ahead and add this. If you buy one of these, you get extra entries. Those beers, the Avery and the Upslope, good ways to get extra entries. But yeah, that's what we're doing this month, and happy to draw somebody.
And as always, for those, you know, you get one entry, no purchase necessary, and then one additional entry per Argonaut barrel pick that you purchase with a stapled receipt. You know, and we will include these wolves in that as well. So if you buy one of these, you can go ahead, print out your receipt, staple it to another entry form, throw it in the box. You have another entry for the opportunity to purchase this year's birthday bourbon. So bunch of really great stuff. You know, for those of us either doing slightly sober January, not so sober January, we've got everything at Argonaut. So come on down, give it a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.